These teenagers are settling in for the night in Palermo, in the extreme south of Italy. A long way from their home countries in Africa. Like the majority of unaccompanied minors who leave their homes, their journey was long and difficult. 16-year-old Thelme came here in search of a new life.
I lost my parents in Nigeria, and my auntie took me to Libya for a prostitution, of which I had no idea. I have nowhere to go, so I just got to obey. I found my way out to the sea because I also saved up some money over there, and I found my way out. I got to the sea. I told them I would like to join the boat to go to a better place. I will found peace.
Fervor also came from Nigeria. She left her home country on her own before climbing aboard a migrant boat to cross the Mediterranean. She was only 12 years old at the time.
When I got here, it was really difficult. I was the youngest. In the place I was living, everyone was older than me. They were 16 or 17, but I was only 12. It was hard. I felt really lonely.
Here, in this reception centre for unaccompanied girls, a multidisciplinary team looks after 5 teenagers. A social worker, a psychologist, a lawyer, and monitors who are available 24 hours a day to help them integrate and to learn Italian. A long-term undertaking.
Poi abbiamo la parola palazzo. Ok, palazzo.
I managed to learn because the teacher is very calm and understanding. She gives me the opportunity to ask any question of any word I don't understand.
A type of personalised attention that could be affected by a decree recently approved by the Italian government. It allows for minors to be housed in adult centres, a practice that has already been condemned by the European Court of Human Rights. The measure would apply to adolescents between 16 and 18 years old for a maximum period of 3 months.
It would be a huge problem for the minors. In the adult reception centres, they don't have monitors available 24 hours a day. They'll be on their own, unprotected. They don't have anyone. No family, they don't have anyone to take care of them.
Francesco Pasentino has been managing reception centres for minors for almost 10 years. He has noticed a new tendency of reducing the services available to unaccompanied minors during their first few months on Italian soil.
Local governments have begun recruiting managers for emergency reception centers that welcome migrants for the first few weeks after arrival. And here we can see that certain services have disappeared. For example, they no longer offer Italian lessons. Before, there was 10 hours of language lessons. And also there's no educator that looks after the psychological well-being of the child and oversees their development.
Sicily alone welcomes nearly a quarter of all unaccompanied migrant minors in Italy. That's nearly 6,000 youngsters. Taking care of them is a real challenge for local authorities.
The number of child migrants arriving alone just keeps growing. Last summer, we had a big spike. We managed to deal with the situation and to house them by increasing the number of places in pre-existing centers. And simultaneously, we created new emergency infrastructures.
The new decree also targets migrants who claim to be under 18 to avoid expulsion. It allows for X-rays to be carried out to determine the migrant's age.
The examination of the bone structure is done by X-ray, but that has many implications, from health to legal and ethical issues. It's a controversial practice, and there are some people who question its reliability.
There are currently more than 23,000 unaccompanied migrant minors in Italy, a figure that has quadrupled in 10 years and that continues to grow year by year.